as simple as it sounds, the reason sometimes we have that imposter syndrome, or we have that inner voice telling, we're not good enough, we don't have enough money, it's not the right time, you're too old, you're too young, you live in the wrong area, is simply because of the beliefs that have been embedded inside of us. I know you've heard this a million times, but Roger Bannister, the first man to ever run below a 4-minute mile, right? They said it could never be done. Scientists said it was physically impossible for humans to run that fast. So in the whole history of the world, no one had ever done it, ever. All of a sudden, Roger Bannister breaks the 4-minute mile. And within the next 12 months, 18 people did it. How is that possible? Did everybody get steroids? Did evolution happen overnight? No, only one thing changed. People's belief. When they saw him do it, they knew they could. Think about opportunities you almost went for. You almost took the action, but then like the train going down the tracks, you missed it, and then years later you regret it. The knowledge industry, the self-education industry, the information age, the digital economy is like a wave coming in, and you can either get in front of it or miss out. The world could go in a really crazy place if we obsess on what people could do for us. But when we take control, when we gain the resources and then become resourceful, then we get to fix the economy in our home. We get to fix the politics in our home. And then we get to impact those around us. That's how we change the world. So I want to tell you, beliefs-wise, you know, I'm really open to say that over 25 years ago, Tony Robbins changed my life with knowledge. He sold me knowledge. And it course corrected my life. I was already on my way. I was doing well with cars. I was doing well with real estate, but I was all messed up in here. My beliefs were off. I was stressed. I had a bleeding ulcer at a really young age because of all the stuff going on in here. And Tony transformed all that. He gave me new beliefs. He taught me how to focus on solutions and compelling futures and all these things. And it was so amazing that I decided to go into the knowledge industry. Now you got to understand something. I live in upstate New York at the time in a town of 6,000 people. I didn't go to college. I have dyslexia. I don't have a lot of money. I work on cars every day, fingernails all dirty. And now I'm going to go in the knowledge industry. And I decide I want to teach people how to make money selling used cars. Now you just think about that niche. If you're thinking your niche is crazy, think about that. But I didn't have the opportunity you get to have in today's world. I didn't have Facebook and Instagram and YouTube and LinkedIn and all these amazing social platforms where you could target the exact person that needs what it is that you have in here. That didn't even exist. Tony and I, back in the day, and when I started, I had to create an infomercial and pay for TV media. And I had no clue what I was doing. You think people told me I was nuts once in a while? It was everybody, my family, my friends, my sister sat me down like an intervention. My inner self-doubt was like, you're a fool. You don't know how to do this. You know how to do cars and real estate. But I was so inspired by what Tony did for me that I wanted to share what I learned with other people. I used to get up at 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning and type on my big old computer. You know, it was one of the first computers with the green screen, and I'd type every single day. And then I got done, and I have to tell you, my beliefs kicked in. It was like, Dean, who's gonna buy from you? Who's gonna buy on cars? And maybe your family's right, and you're not that smart. You're not a teacher. You barely read any books in your life. Who the hell do you think you are doing that? I remember that. But then I also remember one day I said, no. I remember taking a walk by my grandmother's house. Legit, that's the house I grew up in. It was my safe home. I moved a lot with my parents. That was the home that like touched my heart. It's so great. 5 years ago, I bought it back and my family and I go there. But that's for another day. But I was walking down this road and I was in this transition of going all in the information age, in the digital economy, in the knowledge industry. But I had to invest hundreds of thousands of dollars back then to figure it out on my own, to build all these booklets, to have a shipping department and a phone center, and then produce an infomercial and figure out how to pay for online ads. I had to spend all this money, and one day I just decided I am not living someone else's beliefs. I'm not gonna listen to my family. I'm not gonna listen to this inner doubt. And that's what I wanna encourage you this very moment. Right? Don't feel like the imposter. Remember, they don't build statues of critics. They build statues of the crazy people. What if I didn't create this? I took a leap of faith and I went all in. I even moved to Arizona, and for a while I was commuting back and forth. I'd go flip cars and real estate, take the money and put it in my knowledge business. But I did that, and I'm here because of it. And then I evolved to be a New York Times bestselling author and top podcast, and I get to partner with my dear friend Tony Robbins, who changed my life, and speak on stage in front of thousands, tens of thousands of people. My books have been in the hands of millions of people, and now I get to share with you and tell you, don't settle. Don't wait for someone else to fix it. Don't let the inner self-doubt run your life. Shift those old beliefs, gain the capabilities, and take uncomfortable action. I wasn't born to say, I'm going to teach, I'm going to share my knowledge and create great success for me and my family. No, I was struggling, but my struggle became my story. How I got into business and became successful with cars. How I got into business with no money and became successful with real estate. How I got into the knowledge industry, not knowing what I was doing, but went on to be a multiple New York Times bestselling author and courses and trainings and live events, right? So you're not born to be in this, but life has been designed for you to tap into it. You need 3 things to be successful. You have to have the right mindset, right? The wrong beliefs, the wrong mindset, you'll never get started. But then if you get the right mindset and you're excited, you need the capabilities, you need the strategies, you need the tactics. And then last, you need to implement. And you need to take action, you need an operating system. Use the right words and have breakthroughs and shift those limiting beliefs so they never cause you regret of missing out ever again.